Hello, I'm Beth from Career Fit Mom, and today I have a very quick, very effective upper body workout, primarily for shoulders, biceps, triceps, a little bit into the upper back area, rhomboids, traps, lats. So we're gonna get just started with a warm up just to loosen up your shoulders and get your joints lubricated, ready for the weightlifting you're gonna do. Now, this resistance training, I am just going to use 3-pound weights. You really don't need to use anything too heavy because we're working on muscular endurance here, meaning we're going to do lots and lots of reps. And with light weights, we're going to be able to create some tension in our muscles, contracting them, but without lifting heavy weights. So for today, this is just a really quick and dirty kind of upper body workout that I love to do in a class I call Fusion Tone, where we use light weights and do a lot of stretching and strengthening. So we're kind of lengthening and toning in that class. So I've taken this segment from that. So we're just swinging out the arms here and getting ready for the very quick workout we're gonna do, because sometimes it just feels really good to have your muscles burning in your upper body. And these are some of the exercises I love to do just to get that kind of fun burn, feeling like you're doing something really effective. Plus makes your arms just look really strong as well. All right, so I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. And like I said, these are only 3 pounds. You could use, we'll just get started here. We can use soup cans, water bottles, even your own mental muscles. So what I mean by that is, even though I'm only lifting 3-pound dumbbells here, I'm really thinking about contracting my muscles when I push up and then pull back. So you're thinking about every movement with intention and going just as hard as you can, almost imagining like you're lifting much heavier dumbbells, like 10, 12, 15, 20 pounds. What would that feel like? Feel that resistance moving through. So if you know me, you know my weakness as a trainer is counting. I have no idea how many reps we just did, but I'm starting to feel a little something because I know we're going to do a lot more for our shoulders. We're now just going to go into the next exercise. So again, rotation through the shoulder. Here I like to imagine that I have some resistance against my forearms. So I'm actually contracting my pec muscles in my chest as well as I bring those arms together and open and squeeze the shoulder blades and together. So my knees are soft. My core is contracted right from the pelvic floor. So I'm thinking about lifting up my pelvic floor to the crown of my head, kind of bracing a little bit. And that contraction I feel against the lower abdominals, sort of a band of tension there, because I'm keeping my core unit from the inside nice and strong. Okay, I'm starting to feel that. So we're gonna go into a lateral raise. So this one here, just out to the side. And if you want to make this easier, you can simply bend your elbows. As soon as we lengthen the lever, it becomes a much harder exercise. And wow, I am already really feeling my shoulders working here. So we're gonna just do a few more. I only wanna come up to shoulder height. And again, thinking about that imaginary resistance against my arms, as if someone's pushing against my arms as I'm lifting and I'm pulling down. Just trying to set my scapula without lifting up the rib cage. So keeping that nice neutral posture, really important here. I'm gonna go for a couple more. All right, now one of my favorite exercises, scapula squeeze. So what I'm doing here, pressing my arms out to the side and squeezing, I'm gonna turn around a little bit, squeezing my shoulder blades together, almost like I'm trying to get my elbows to kiss behind me. So we're getting really into the posterior deltoid there, back of the shoulder, ooh. And also my rhomboids, lats, ooh, starting to really feel that. Okay, that's good. So now I'm gonna hinge forward. Now when you hinge forward, if you've just had a baby, I really want you to avoid this position. So just do the workout up until this point, because your core can be quite loose here still from the pregnancy. And if you're a mom who has diastasis recti and hasn't rehabilitated your core, you really want to be either avoiding this hinge position unless you can keep some contraction on that connective tissue, linea alba, right from the sternum down to your pelvic area. And by doing that, how you contract that is by picking up your pelvic floor and really drawing it up gently, using that breath. But here, I want to go into a row. We just want to avoid this front position, hinging from the hips when you are in a weakened state in your core after pregnancy, or if you haven't rehabilitated, simply because all of your organs are pushing out against that connective tissue, which could be very overstretched. And then that can cause a lot of problems through pelvic floor prolapse, into the diastasis recti, having that intra-abdominal pressure and not keeping the connective tissue sort of intact, your inner core unit working to protect you from that pressure, okay? This is a row, working our upper back, also posterior deltoid, and just trying to think about really pulling my arms back, squeezing my shoulder blades, imagining I'm putting the dumbbells right into my back jeans pocket, right up there. And then from here, I'm gonna go into a back fly. So keeping my knees soft still, and I'm just opening up the arms to the side. Really getting into the shoulders and upper back now. We only have a few more exercises to do here, so hang in there with me. Like I said, muscular endurance, so we're working our muscles by doing a lot of reps so we can go longer. And muscular endurance is really important, as well as muscular strength and power, but it's sort of a different technique, but they all sort of affect each other too and help each other out. When you work one, you're pretty much working the other. Oh, triceps. So we're gonna hinge forward again, if you're safe to do that, and then pressing our arms back. Now let's really focus on not so much of a pull forward, but really the pressing back, because we're gonna work the biceps next. So keeping that nice long neutral spine. And let's try to hold it just for a nanosecond at the top of the movement. And we're shortening that range of motion just so we can focus mostly on the triceps, not so much the biceps in the front of the arm, but the triceps in the back of the arm. And you should be already feeling that. Just do a couple more. I'm still keeping my pelvic floor lifting to the crown of my head. Using that breath. All right, so final exercises. We're gonna go for some bicep curls. This is gonna feel really easy at first. We're gonna do a couple traditional bicep curls, and then we're gonna go into some hammer curls, some wide angle curls. All right, so we'll just do a few more. Now imagine you're lifting heavy, heavy dumbbells here, like 10, 12, 15, 20 pounds, really contract your muscles. Make your mind do some of the work for you and get you a little bit further. Anything you do with intention, you're gonna do better, right? So you want to really be mindful of the exercises and how your muscles are feeling as you go through them. Okay, so hammer curls now, we're just keeping the elbows tucked in and changing the angle slightly of your hands just to work the biceps at a different angle. Again, this might be feeling pretty easy at first, so let's focus on lifting with that intention, with that extra energy, flexing and stretching those muscles. Okay, we're gonna do a couple wide angle curls now. So we're gonna set your scapula down, pull your shoulder blades down to your waist, but don't lift up your rib cage. You wanna keep your rib cage centered off, and then lifting up our arms, but keeping the elbows really tucked in and squeezing shoulder blades while opening up the chest. And then I have a final exercise for you. It's the bicep scoop. So we're gonna finish off the biceps, but also get into the shoulders just one last time before we finish off. All right, so here, 90-degree angle. You're gonna open or lift just to 90 degrees at your shoulder, elbow joint, and then pull back so that, again, you're squeezing your upper back muscles there. So we're gonna lift and pull up. You wanna stop and pull. Keep that neutral spine, knees soft. So as I'm lifting, I'm also picking up my pelvic floor here, releasing it down, pick up that pelvic floor, blow out through pursed lips here, just so we can engage our inner core unit, the core 4, your diaphragm, pelvic floor, multifidus in your back, your transverse abdominals. All right, so I think I could probably do maybe 5 more of these, and then I'll be done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoa, you can see I was getting shaky there at the end. All right, so it's important to do a little stretch as well, really quick. So I think this is taking us just about 10, 11 minutes. Good to stretch up those shoulders. So if you want to just feel like you're just pumping up your arms a little bit, doing some muscular endurance work, grab your water bottles, grab your light dumbbells, soup cans, anything, just a little bit of resistance, or just do it with your beautiful body weight. And that is enough. So this is a tricep stretch. Okay, I'm just going to round my back. Just feel that stretch through the upper back. And another stretch that's nice to do is for your levator muscle in your neck. So just a little bit of pressure, not pulling, and then kind of push this hand down. You should feel a nice stretch there. So your upper traps and your levator definitely take a beating during all of that shoulder work that we just did. So it's good to stretch it out. Plus, that's where a lot of us hold our stress. I know I do. So this next stretch feels awesome. All right, well, thanks for joining me. We are getting ready for our winter term. It's winter right now here at the studio, and we are really looking forward to seeing all of you enroll in our fitness challenge that's coming up. It's going to be a great winter term, and your passes are available to purchase right now. For more information, you can go to careerfitmom.com. Have a great day.